I'm gonna show you how to feed your starter. So first you're gonna start off with the scale, any sort of vessel that will allow it to double in size. Turn it on, tear it out, make sure it's at 0. Water, I have mine sitting at 92.6. I like to warm it up slightly. I just use the filtered refrigerator water. So we're gonna start with 100 grams of water. And if you go over a little bit, it's okay, nothing's gonna happen. You just have to make sure your water and flour are the same amount. So I'm gonna do 100 grams of water, 100 grams of flour, and then about 30-ish grams of starter. This was fed yesterday, so it's not that hungry. You don't need to have massive amounts of starter. You can feed your starter and have just enough to get you to the next feeding. You don't have to. I used to hoard massive amounts of discard, but you really don't need to. This is all the starter that I have. I'm only gonna use 25 grams of this to feed it and keep the rest in my fridge. You have 100 grams of water in here. You're gonna tear it out and add in some discard. Again, I'm going for 25 to 30 grams. It doesn't have to be exact. Everybody's like so exact with their ratios, but it really doesn't matter that much. Okay, that's 32 grams. So again, I have 32 grams of starter in here. And this is how much I have left. Plenty for another feeding. If I happen to use all of this starter, I have plenty left over. You don't need a massive amount of starter. So 32 grams of starter in here, along with 100 grams of water. I'm just gonna mix it a little just to incorporate the water and the starter before I add the flour. Okay, so once you have that mixed a little, you're gonna put it back on your scale, tear your scale, and you're gonna add in 100 grams of flour. So I have 100 grams of flour in here and I'm gonna mix it up. This is the consistency you're looking for. It's kind of like, I wanna say like a thick pancake batter consistency. The less starter you put in it, the longer it will take for it to rise and peak. So keep that in mind. Usually if I need it for like same day or like just within a few hours, I'll do a 1 to 2 to 2. I don't think I've ever fed it a 1 to 1 to 1 ratio. It's usually 1 part starter to a little more than 2 parts of flour and water. So once I have that all nice and incorporated in there, I like to kind of scrape down the sides of the inside of the jar. Because it's going to someone else, I am going to go in with a spatula and scrape it down a little bit more to see if I can kind of clean it up. But that's it. Simple sourdough starter feeding. So let me know if you guys would like me to show you my simplified method of making sourdough bread. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to look perfect. It just has to taste good, which it does.